Hi, this is Anthony. Welcome back to my show. It's been a while since I've done a video on Virgin Galactic. I'm not going to talk about what they do. You already know that, or you can just go back and watch my other videos. I just wanted to make a short video today about the continued slide in the price of the stock, which of course is based on the fundamentals of the company. Now, I always argue that if you're considering buying, selling, or holding any particular security, that you need to look at the fundamentals and financials of the company, and you need to look at them more in depth than watching a 4-minute video on YouTube. I'll have a link to the financials in the show notes. But let's just look quickly at some thumbnail financials of the company, and in my opinion, this company is fairly unique in that they basically have one business line. It doesn't have a sprawling, complicated corporate structure of various divisions throughout the world with all kinds of different tax and accounting variables. Here's the most recent quarter ending in September 2022, and they had revenue of $767,000, which may literally be the lowest amount of revenue for any company that's traded on the New York Stock Exchange. I have no idea about it, but that amount of money sounds like what a large grocery store makes in a quarter. And then let's look at their net income, which is a loss of $144.55 million for a diluted earnings per share loss of 55 cents. And then for the quarter ending June 2022, you have a paltry $357,000 in revenue and a net income loss of a whopping $110 million for a net earnings per share loss of 43 cents. March 2022, $319,000 in revenue and a net income loss of $93 million. This chart doesn't show any diluted earnings per share, but the numbers are generally close enough to the subsequent quarter so that just eyeballing it, perhaps a loss of 40 cents per share. It's possible that through some legal accounting tricks they broke even that quarter, but I don't see why they would. And then 4 quarters ago, which ended December 2021, they had income of $141,000 and a loss of $80 million for a loss of 32 cents per share. So for the past year, just based on those numbers plus my estimate, it looks like ballpark they lost about $1.70 per share. Again, one of those quarters was estimated and the exact number could be different if they perhaps issued more shares due to stock options or something like that. But the whole point is minuscule revenue, tens or hundreds of millions of dollars in expenditures per quarter, and they keep on pushing out the date when their next scheduled mission will be. In the meantime, they're having to compete with far more successful Blue Origin, which is Jeff Bezos' privately held space tourism company, and certainly SpaceX, Elon Musk's space-related company, could be a future competitor with Virgin Galactic. I think one needs to be very cautious about this company. Richard Branson is a famous entrepreneur, and he's had some successes, but he is far more successful at generating positive publicity than he is necessarily in creating a diverse roster of successfully continuing companies under his management. And let's look at some charts very quickly. In the past 5 days, you'd be down nearly 12%. In the past month, you'd be down over 22%. Year to date, which at this point is about the same as the 1-year chart, you'd be down nearly 70%. In the 5-year chart, which is also basically the max chart, you'd be down just under 60%. Of course, I'm sure that there are some people that bought at some of the highs when it spiked up. I had a few shares that I bought when it was pretty high. I sold at a loss. Again, I just had a few shares. I'm not bitter about the loss, but my whole purpose with my videos is not generally to promote stocks that I think are going to do well, but to look at those stocks that are popular, but which I see no or very little reasonable chance of them making money for investors anytime soon. I know that it's important, if you have a good mutual fund or stock, to hopefully hold on to it for the long run. But so many people in these sketchy penny stocks, people hold on thinking that they will turn around, and they just keep on going down and down even more. And as I end, for disclosure, I own no shares of the stock directly. I may have a mutual fund that has some shares of it, but if I did, literally my ownership stake in Virgin Galactic might amount to literally just a few cents. And I'm not shorting this or any other stock. Again, I'm not providing any recommendations here, other than do your own research. And even if you want to put a small amount of money into risky shares like this, I encourage everyone to try to develop a well-diversified long-term portfolio for the bulk of your money. So, what are your thoughts? Anybody out there still holding on to Virgin Galactic? I would love to hear from you. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. I'd be honored if you hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it just takes 1 second. And if you like my videos, I'd appreciate it if you click the like button. I'll end here. Thank you very much for watching. Good luck in investing.